Good news to Manchester United in that all the Manchester United fans out there with me inclusive, because I support Manchester United from way there in 1999, in there 1998, 1999, 2000, up to now, close to 20 years supporting a team which goes by the names of Manchester United. Lots of history, lots of ecstasy, lots of agony, lots of pain, lots of happiness in there as support a team which goes by the names of Manchester United. But ever since Alex Ferguson left, the empire looks like it fell. It's the fallen empire that was once a great empire of Manchester in there. To an extent that we've been humiliated, to an extent that a team which goes by names of Man City has taken over the city. They've won close to 5 Premier League trophies ever since Alex Ferguson left in there. They've reached a Champions League final ever since Alex Ferguson left. No, the best United has ever played is a quarter final of the Champions League there. If 2 finals for the UEFA Europa League, that is way below the levels of Manchester United. And you never know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, is he going to be the man who's really going to get United where it was? That's the big question that you have to go into the comment section and respond to immediately. Do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the right man to put United to the level where it's supposed to be? Because look at his signings as made: Harry Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Alex Telles, Bruno Fernandes, Edson Cavani, Amad Diallo. I think though they're the ones in there that he has made in there, with Pelestri in there. And now this season, this summer, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has made 2 signings so far. There are 3. First was a hit-on goalkeeper, but the most notable ones are Raphael Varane and Jodan Sancho, who had not yet arrived into the Manchester United training, and finally, Jodan Sancho has arrived at Manchester United. Remember, he was unveiled on the 23rd of July as a Manchester United player. Remember, even unveiling him, it took long to be unveiled as a United player. Reason? There was some paperwork that had not been signed. Rumors came through that Borussia Dortmund was still owning the rights of Jodan Sancho, and that's why United couldn't unveil the pictures of Jodan Sancho. But finally, on 23rd July, he was unveiled as a Manchester United player, and he went to Turkey and Caicos to do what we call a pre-season, a holiday in there, because he was at the Euros and played up to the final, though he only played 1 full game against a team which goes by the names of Ukraine. Then later he played some minutes into the Czech Republic game, and he came into the final and he missed the penalty in there. But today it has been good news. Jodan Sancho has come through at Manchester United, as you see there. Yep, Jodan Sancho has trained with Manchester United for the very first time. You see him there with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That is Jodan Sancho in there for you, now in the gym of Manchester United, doing all that. You see he's looking very happy in there. Happy lad. Shirt number 25 given to him, because there was no way they could strip Cavani of the shirt number 7 in there of Manchester United. So that is a man who goes by the names of Jodan Sancho. All smiles as you see him there. Today he has trained with United for the very first time since his unveiling as a Manchester United player on the 23rd of July in there. The Manchester United website have really come up through with a very big writing about his first training session in there. And they claim that the man looks fit in there than they expected, because it looks like each and every time he was on social media, he used to hook us with what was taking place, where he was. He always kept in gym, and I think he's much fitter than how we expect him to be. And you never know, he might really future into that game of Everton. Though Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really came out and said there is no way him and Raphael Varane can really come through and start that game of Everton, because he thinks they are unfit in there. But today it's good news, by the way, to see to it that Jodan Sancho is back. Though to me, I have my reservations of Jodan Sancho. I think he would have come back early enough, not even on Friday, because if at all the players that he played with, because when you look at Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire, they are the only 2 Manchester United players who really played the final 120 minutes. Jodan Sancho, who rarely played into the Euros and got enough rest in there from the 10th of May in there. That's when the Bundesliga, 10th, 11th, the Bundesliga came to an end, and they really came and played, is it Pokal Kopal Cup, and he really played very well, scoring a brace in the final, and they won that trophy. And a man who goes by the name of Jodan Sancho had enough time to rest. Then he went to the Euros, and he has come back after Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire, who played in the final, are back. Can you imagine? That is something I cannot even believe. How can you give Sancho close to 30 days of rest? Why? In Borussia Dortmund last summer, he only played 38 games. Remember, he got an injury like a month off. He never even played to the quarterfinal of Borussia Dortmund versus Man City, where Man City relegated them. He missed that chance to return to the Etihad in there, but this time round, he's going to be playing to each and every season. The 6 years he'll signed with Manchester United, he expects to play at the Etihad season in, season out, because every season United will have to play a team which goes by names of Man City in there. So let Sancho expect lots of things for him at United, though I'm really not okay with him arriving late, because even after having given all of those days, was supposed to arrive on training on Friday, and all of a sudden Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came and told us that he's going to appear on Monday. You get? So him appearing on Monday is something that I don't really fancy, because United is playing its first game against a team which goes by names of Leeds on the 14th in there, and Leeds is coming to Old Trafford in there. And the last game we played at Old Trafford in the Premier League, we drew with Fulham. Sorry for that. We drew with Fulham. I think it was 1-1. Cavani scored a stunner. I remember that stunner that Cavani really came out and scored in there. So to me, I think Sancho has come in way late than expected, because we expected him to be at training with the likes of Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw, but for them, they played the final in there. Luke Shaw almost played all the games apart from the game of Croatia, the opening game. Ever since that game of Croatia, he came in and played Czech Republic, he played Scotland, he played Germany, he played Ukraine, he played Denmark, and he played Germany. He played Italy in the final, and he's the one who scored that unique goal that saw England lead into the final until Italy equalized in there. So Sancho is a good player, but I think he needed to report back early. You know, the problem with Oli that I'm seeing with him, he's so kind. He's so kind. He's like a father talking to the kids. That is Ole Ingwer. But in modern football, it really acts well, but it can backfire, because people like Sancho, they would have already reported onto the training ground there like a week back. We are left with just how many days? Today is 10th, only 4 days left for United to play its opener against a team which goes by names of Leeds. So it shows you how much United really is going to miss out on the services of Jodan Sancho and the rest of the players in there. For example, a player who goes by the names of Cavani is not retired, has not yet returned. They say that he's coming back on Friday. You know that he's coming on Thursday this week. That means, and he has to quarantine for close to 5 days. That means he's out of the game of Leeds. And not having your best players in there against Leeds, it's bad. Though I trust Anton Martial and Mason Greenwood, they can do the job for Edson Cavani. But what of Raphael Varane, who has spent 2 weeks in Spain waiting for visa? You get? And even the Englishman, whom we knew that he does not need a work permit or visa to fly to a side which goes by the names of England, who goes by the names of Jodan Sancho. The same person in there has arrived late. So I think there are some glitches into the management of Manchester United, especially the board, on how they treat the players. It's like they really value player a lot. Yes, I really want us to value players a lot, but discipline should be paramount. They have to follow the code of conduct of the club. If you say that someone is really going to be there and come through to do the needful after 3 weeks of holiday, then they're supposed to be back 3 weeks of holiday, but Sancho really opposed that and really never did it. But all in all, he's back in training. He trained today at the Carrington training ground there for United, and lots of pictures, you've seen them. So feel free to go to the comment section and tell me what you think about Jodan Sancho training with Manchester United for the very first time in there, and we wait to see other photos when Sancho is with other Manchester United players in there. So go to the comment section and tell me what you think about Jodan Sancho. Remember, he was in Caicos, Turks and Caicos in Bahamas. That's where Sancho was, and it really took him some good time, close to a month, to return back to training. Do you think it's okay for United to allow Sancho rest for all that period of time, yet other players were not given all that time. Yet for them, they played up to the final. That is Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw in there. So I don't know why Ole did it, but maybe expect that his team can really come out and do the needful. Because United needs to win these games. Because when you look at the first 10 games of Manchester United into the Premier League, all these games can be won easily if at all United really gets a better, or its squad is a variable. Because when you look at the fixtures of a team which goes by names of Manchester United, we are starting with Leeds on the 14th, then Southampton, then Wolves, Newcastle, West Ham United, Aston Villa, Everton, Leicester City, and the first big game United is playing against Liverpool on 24th of October. That's when Marcus Rashford is expected to return for Manchester United. So it shows you that Leeds United can win Leeds comfortably, Southampton sure win, Wolves sure win, Newcastle sure win, those are 4, West Ham sure win, those are 5, Aston Villa sure win, those are 6, Everton, those are 7, Leicester, those are 8, because last time we lost because of the defense, but United had really gotten good goals in there. Now, the first 8 games, United can really earn 24 points in there. And if I told you earn 24 points in your first how many games? In your first 8 games in there, it really gets you a guarantee of really winning all this. Though after playing those 8 games, they'll be playing Liverpool, Tottenham, Man City in there. There are going to be such games in there, and maybe you never know, into the midweek there might be Champions League football in their back. So to me, I think these players needed to be available as soon as possible, and I wanted really to see Sancho play for United into that game against the team which goes by the names of Leeds. But let's wait and see what can happen, because it's reported that Sancho is fit. He has been training a lot and his fitness levels are really high. So thank you guys for watching again. This is Rokani David, aka RD, onto this channel which goes by names of the football news, top 10s and lifestyle zone. Thank you guys for watching again. Smash a like on the video, comment and share. Please feel free to join us. Thank you guys for pushing this channel. Finally, we've gotten monetization. Now you can really, if at all you feel like you want to support this channel, you can do some super chats in there and many other things that you can do for us to support this channel. Thank you guys for watching in. Bye bye for now. See you in our next video of the day. This is Rokani David, aka RD, onto this channel. I'm out. Bye bye.